Ka-ching.
Map's going to appear at origin, so let's just look at origin for a moment. So to import the object, you source the event, then activate, which turns on the Python environment. Then you cd into the scripts. I found the entity to be. You want to make sure that your terminal is somewhat smaller in size.
I'm actually going to copy this real quick. We actually don't want, or I don't want this here. I want to remove that and then come over here. So what I actually want is I want to stand here, and I want to sort of, and having to do this behind, oh, I don't have to do it behind the stream, right? So what am I trying to do? Behind the neo fetch is what I'm trying to do, and that's like much simpler. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is choreograph a scene such that the neo fetch is like in the upper left hand corner, like in a pretty visible way, and then the stream I want to play is like right in front of us. That. And so I can maximize the stream and then sort of have it played like, I'm not sure what type of configuration I want for this, but
for some reason the map I loaded in here a while back did not save.
That's not a good. That's not either.
Reload that. So the map's going to appear at origin, so let's just look at origin for a moment.
I almost want NeoFetch to be like right in the trees, so I can like. This is fine.
I found the entity to be. You want to make sure that your terminal is somewhat smaller in size, because the ability to load the entire list and scroll is not great for this TUI. So you can see that there are other entities, 2 of them, and the scroll bar doesn't show them, so.
Pause for a second. So basically the audio is going to get mic distorted twice. It passes through the mic from my voice when I did this live stream, and now it's going to go through and not be digitally, inputted, but rather outputted and then re-inputted through the mic. So it's a speaker mic distortion, speaker and mic. So it's going to, it might sound bad, I'm not sure.
3, 4 entities, I know for a fact, were created for the map. At least the last one was. It wasn't saved with the map in it.
I'm going to step away and see if it sounds bad
Add a model.
on my phone.
Add a model. I go to home, colon, Cougar Logos, which is the project name.
Cougar Logos.
The object is map0.obj. I press enter.
Oh.
Now I press to the left.
Wait, am I not live right now?
Back in the entity.
My phone doesn't say that I'm live.
Back to the same entity ID 43.
Okay.
I could have created a new entity within, but like I said, there are already 3 blank ones. Press P to add a positionable. This position
Chat says add ICWM support. I don't know what ICWM is, but that's a window manager. So
where we want to put it. So it's
I'm not sure how support would work. It's just a window manager.
in size to something manageable.
Whoa. Moving that map just actually kind of looks cool on the video.
I'm sort of curating this museum, a design museum, temple, meditation. So let's see, I believe the positive X will move it away from us.
I wonder if I can increase the volume of this.
0, it's closer. If we do 5,
I
it's
probably can. Let me...
negative 5 is going to move.
I don't want to mess up all the shots, but I think since this is already the sort of stream area, I might as well open up a volume controller.
Okay, so it's probably overhead. And so we're going to install it into the temple. So we can drop it down to 2, maybe even 1. Let's drop it, pull it back up to 2. Okay, that's actually a cool screenshot too.
I'm going to take a screenshot of that. The screenshot of the cool screenshot,
Perfect. Okay, and now we can just push it into the temple there.
Okay, I'm going to step away and see what my phone sounds like. By that I mean like the stream on my phone, so
Push it into the
be right back.
by just probably subtract like 7 from the X. So it'd be negative 22. I do not intend to put it on the very front of the temple. That is pretty ugly. It needs to go inside, so negative 27 perhaps. Or more. Negative 35. Okay, very close.
Okay, yeah, I think the volume is pretty good, so I'll leave it here for now. I'll be doing various things throughout the day, so
I actually wanted to rotate.
I'm going to keep the stream open, sort of in a,
We have 45 degree angle.
I'm not sure what mode this is, but this is like, like music streamers sometimes have, like 24-hour playlists.
That was a bit too much.
I think I'm going to do something like that, where I curate a stream,
I need to remove it from that.
I'll have extra talking over it,
And alas, we have
extra stuff over it.
a map that is inextant.
It does actually kind of look like first-person software engineering. So it's like Counter-Strike, Microsoft, or something. funny story about that UI interaction there. So there's a setting, I think, for the Kitty terminal to request basically to not close or ask you, are you sure you want to close? And Codex brute forced it. So Codex trying to remember exactly what Codex did. So Codex did like a kill 9, basically, like not a safe shutdown, just kill the process, basically. That's what Codex did. Because what it had was an automated test that it needed to close the window and see that it closed and not be able to focus it and unfocus it. Like it had a end-to-end test, so it could like focus a window using an API. It could do all the things that a user could do. And so that was fully automated, and I said just make the test pass. And so it couldn't close the window with mouse input. And so it didn't think to configure it to not close or to not request confirmation. So it just brute forced it and called the the syscall for kill. So this is actually a relatively quiet part in this particular stream here. Besides that, I'm likely about to comment on the light.
The render distance isn't very high at the moment.
Blow your nose, bro. I'm so glad I moved that courtyard.
Oh, it really depends on scale.
So the courtyard used to be in the center and now it's over here.
All of the, pretty much any rule.
And I moved it like sort of underground.
Like a proper scale. I'm not moving at a normal speed. I guess the people sort of indicate the scale.
Oh, never mind. Oh, that's the stream. Okay. There, this is the OG one. Yeah, so it's still floating, and the temple is, I think, small.
These are pretty short steps. If this is the guy's height.
Yeah, so at that point I was like, okay, comparing the height, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's a small temple. Let's make the temple bigger.
I think my voice and whispering is getting kind of messed up. That's fine, I guess.
I'm glad the map stayed here. I had it disappeared multiple times in trying to place it. Uh-oh. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Need
We're
to
going to find
max it.
and then we are going to
I think my problem is that I have the
water.
move distance a bit too high.
Double
Or
temple side.
move speed. There we go.
Now it's a monolith. Yes. Oh, that is cool, guys.
What if instead of we calling them monoliths, we called them mega based? like their bases are big, like a,
This direction.
like
This direction.
we count the size of the
My mouse is
like
moving the
architect or the the historical thing or the monolith is like the size of its base, so we call it mega based.
direction. That does is to
In an alternate reality, we're calling our monoliths mega based.
monolith. Absolute monolith.
Absolute mega based.
That, and then one more thing.
How big is the base? I need to I need to make a ruler and then have like a standard unit of measurement in this world. Honestly, we need the temple to house the SI units of HackMatrix, the HM units. I'm gonna psyop everyone into using a new unit that's based off of the HackMatrix MMO. It's a joke, but you know.
Okay, so we're going to just actually move along.
When I say that's a joke,
Why not 210?
what does that mean?
Perfect.
Why emphasize something that people already know is a joke? It's also confusing.
This is a courtyard, like if this is an actual courtyard, then we should probably rotate it this way and put it over there or something.
Okay, so I'm going to raise up. Actually, I'm going to focus the window,
It's kind of
maximize it, back up a bit,
for a courtyard.
move to the left.
It has these trees.
There we go. That's a good scene.
I'm still going to rotate it though.
So I'm thinking about actually spawning a my webcam here, and I can do art while the stream is streaming. That's a good idea, actually.
It's sort of out of
So I'll put the webcam like here. So I'm going to create a backing terminal, and hopefully it's not visible. If it is, I'll have to move it.
Father into
Okay, so then I go to.
You must drop into the rocks. You must drop farther into the rocks. It is way too far. You must drop farther.
USB webcam. So let's start that up.
That courtyard looks fine. Welcome to
Hi. Hello. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that. And
all these steps.
I'm going to sleep 3. And then back up a bit.
Perhaps we can drop
Was that good? No. Okay, so I think I just need to back up slightly. Oh, did it spawn? Where did it spawn? I don't even think it spawned that time. No, it's broken. Where'd it go? Oh, it's directly behind. Hello. Okay, let's do that again. Let's back up a lot.
I need to get gravities.
There we are. Alright, let's see. Does it compose well? Composes terribly, kind of. Maybe not terribly. I think they're too far apart to get a decent shot.
I look out upon the sea and see a lamp above me.
It's difficult to compose
Why
windows like
thou
that. Okay, hold on.
have a lamp above the cave? It's because of recursion I said, or maybe
Okay.
said the nave. But what happened to the lamps on the temple? They disappeared for some reason. It's a mystery. Seriously, I have no idea why the lamps on the temple have disappeared, but they have.
Apparently I just
They're probably the ones.
free versed some poetry there.
Watch this. So if I go over here and then scroll down to the bottom here, some of these are well positioned. Or maybe they were. Light fixture.
What am I doing?
Oh, that's why.
Oh. I laugh. I find it humorous.
Maybe we'll see it.
Alright, what's going on with this?
Interesting.
Oh, got it. Sleep 2
Let's go investigate.
or 3, and then USB. Alright, we'll get it this time.
So the light pole is now sticking
Yes.
out of the ground.
Double yes. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I need to max this.
Bro.
So now we have something to entertain both the code bros and the art bros.
That is sick.
There we are. I wish it looks a little wide-eyed, you know, but let's back up a bit. There we go. Now we have some border. There, perfect. And I can put more windows up as we do more things. Okay. So I'm actually going to move this camera though. I'll just be. Maybe I'll put it here. Worked pretty well last time. So. Last time we put, or I put some yellow spots. I want to add some more yellow to the top up there.
It looks so gaudy.
I think I'm going to use a colored pencil first
Imagine if the
to sort of mark in some spots.
temples with giant lamps like this.
I might even use green to highlight. Maybe.
Oh my god. So
We'll see which one works better. If yellow doesn't work well, I'll use green if I can't see yellow. Oh my gosh, I moved the mouse, y'all. Okay, let's see. Okay, I can see yellow. So maybe you guys can't. Okay, I guess I'm just going to do vertical lines here.
good function as a good hairstyle though.
And then I'm going
How hilarious would this be? Hold on.
do like
I know
alternative
what's gonna
sides.
go here. This is gonna be hilarious, guys. This is gonna be hilarious. I know exactly what's going here. This is gonna be a tall African woman. It's kind of a joke, but not really.
You can see me. Okay, so I'm going to, I sort of created some X's or something.
This is going to be
I'm not exactly sure, but I'm going to sort of relatively follow the lines I just drew with some of this yellow paint.
so
And for the brush, I'll probably use this brush. Whoops, I was going to use that brush. Just kidding, I can still use this brush. You can just clamp that if it falls off.
Onyx color. I'm going to rotate them. Whoa.
So I'm just going to use this brush, and the way I'm going to use it is I'll control the width of it. So you'll see it'll paint like this, so it'll only be that thick, and then it'll rotate out to that thick if I need it. So it's sort of a damaged brush, as you can see. Usually it would be thinner.
Like -10.
But I think it's the best one I have right now. So at least for this. Okay. So let's see. So what I usually do is I use artifacts, or I call things artifacts sometimes. I use things that I own as a place to like add paint and use it as my I don't know what you call it, but where you mix paint or just add paint. And over time I paint the things that I own by doing that. So I'm going to use this book
get this yellow paint here.
That doesn't look cool at all. That would look cooler. Okay, I like the idea of giant statues. I don't know what to do with the light post. So I'm going to go back, make the light post smaller. So let's just drop that back down to 0.5. I'll figure out what to do with the light post in a moment. And the hacker statue. I like the hacker statue idea. I think it being the same color as all the other hackers is kind of confusing though, personally. So, I'm fine with eating it into the sky. For now, it'll be a sky god. Goodbye. We can make it slightly bigger to appease it. Oh, that's... it's still among us mere mortals. It must leave. It's ascending into heaven.
I just realized what that was.
It's going into the great light fixture in the sky, where it will be forever safe. I had a lot of fun with that. That was really funny. I actually did not want to make it that value. Let's see. Okay, yes, still. Maybe I did actually want to make it that value. Do not look into your sky, for there are gods among you. The size of your temples, there are gods.
I've been painting my book.
I suppose a normal sized light fixture still looks fine, so I'll put the light fixture back where it needs to go. And then figure out how to attach these things so they scale properly.
Yeah, I think I'll add some touches to things around.
Difficult problem, I think.
I'm going to outline the card here. Let's put it. Although I don't really want to get any paint on the card at the moment. Where is it? There it is. I'll bring this closer so you can see that better. Sorry for the movement here, although it's not full screen anymore. That's not good either. It's pretty terrible. Let's see. Is that better? Guess we're getting closer. I need a robot. I need my centerpiece here needs, well, my centerpiece needs to become a robot soon, so it can drive forth and seat my tripod here. I'm just gonna do it from this angle though.
Let's go investigate. Wow, -14.
See how much paint I have. So I don't want to accidentally paint on the card actually. So I'm just going to paint sort of the perimeter of the street here. So I'll frame it.
I think I'm satisfied with that. Although you can probably move that a little bit farther. Okay, -14.3. And I honestly like that relative to its size. I think, so I was going to put them on every single
Very,
column.
yeah, definitely going
With
to
the
do
smaller
this.
temple, it felt really gaudy. And now with the larger temple, it doesn't feel so gaudy.
Isn't the point of a temple to be gaudy? Like full of God? Gaudy. I don't know how old,
Okay.
when I discovered that Gaudi is a person, a designer in like France or something.
I'm going to go over here and open up the volume.
And that there's like postmodern buildings that still exist of his.
It's going to make that clicking a bit more annoying, but I'm just going to turn off the, whatever that is, the AC. It's not the AC, it's, the heater. Okay, this should sound a lot better. Okay, this should sound a lot better. Oh yeah, that's perfect.
Alright, this should sound a lot better. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Oh yeah, that's perfect.
The echo's gonna get bad pretty soon with the feedback.
The echo's gonna get pretty bad pretty soon, get feedback.
Alright, we're done with that.
We're done with that. That was
Some wild feedback.
some wild feedback.
Hello, viewers.
Hello viewers. Let's take a look at chat. Is there any chat? I can actually take a look at chat on my my phone. I'll do that.
I suppose that's good. We can move that over here.
I suppose that's good. We can move that over here.
Okay, that's what we were working on. I was like, what were we working on?
Okay, let's move it over
We
here.
were
What?
getting the light fixtures into position. Like I said, it looked
We have no
smaller
light
temple
fixtures
to
actually
have
to
more
get
to do
into
with these.
position,
It looked
so
pretty gaudy
we
with
can't
the-
do the recursive
and now
though.
it
We
looks
can't do the
like, I don't know,
recursion.
like little oil lamps. Like it looks, they look
We
pretty
can try.
insane.
Yeah.
So I think they're probably okay to put on here.
The HackMatrix. Whoa. That was loud. Wonder what that came from.
Okay, so we want 14.3.
Probably dropped
We
something.
want 8. But the 4 can remain, and the 5 can remain, so -14.3 and 8.
Yeah, like I said, I'm going to pull up chat. This is a different type of stream format, so.
And then up,
Oh, your ears.
and it is
Oh, because of the feedback? Yeah.
not touching anything, so I suppose we can put this one on the center pillar. Maybe let's do the center and then the far pillar for this new increased size. So that would mean like maybe negative 18. Let's see what that does. Okay, so about negative 20. I accidentally pressed 1. I was thinking negative 20, but I accidentally pressed 1.
Bro, that H-top is crazy. Can I increase the size?
I need to figure out why this is like Z fighting.
Z fighting.
Exactly the same Z value, and so they're fighting.
I'm going to do an H-top here.
But I guess it kind of is. It has the same depth value, so they fight over each other.
Okay, let's start with this. Oh, that was a bad idea. Let's start with that.
So I'm going to add one more. So I can just go ahead and use the positionable and model over here. So, oh wait, that's the hacker god that we flew to. So let's add a model on 40 here.
Okay, I think this is
So I think this is called lamp in Cougar.
decent shot here.
Cougar.
It's not a lamp, it's actually NYC fixture or something. An NYC light fixture. I learn about that in a few
So the
seconds.
way I'm specifying the file path here is not
Error,
obviously
error,
going to
error,
shoot
alert.
anybody's machine, but I'll be able to replace in the database all the absolute file paths with local file paths, local relative or whatever, relative file paths. So it's not that big of a
So I
deal.
put some gold X's up here to follow the, it's sort of difficult to tell, but I'm sort of creating a vector field of directional, I don't know, vectors.
Strange.
You can tell the direction because there's a solid side and a tail side.
Light
So
fixture.
it has a direction. There's the cave. I've said this minute. You can almost see it. No, you can't see any of the writing for the cave, but that's the cave we see ourselves in. What the fuck? Oh, okay.
Because I'm shipping as a distro, I could just have everything absolute path relative to the main user's root, and you get a user. That's kind of a weird way to use a computer, but home Cougar logos. It's like you get one user for the distro. Home Colin Cougar logos Fox light fixture NYC.obj. I modeled this after a light fixture near one of the churches in New York. Oh, wow. See, look how that would look extremely gaudy, I think. Maybe it does, maybe it isn't.
That's the point of a
Down
church.
at the person's level, now that the courtyard has been moved.
I love that I moved the
It's
courtyard.
kind of weird. I don't know. I think that might be an okay size light fixture, but I'll half it to the other size, and then we'll see what happens after that.
You know what would actually be really funny? I'm going to launch Arch right there to the left of the Gen 2 neofetch, and then I'll have it do an Arch neofetch.
Okay, and now we need to move it just down the line.
So
These are
let's create a backing
24
terminal.
parts, and that one is
See how far away that is.
negative 20. So we
So
need negative 48.
okay, that'd be sick. Let's do that. Hold on. I'm just going to pause this, just so I don't overwrite audio. And so what I'm just doing is I'm launching HackMatrix in Arch Linux. So I can do that by running start HackMatrix QCal for Arch. This one I'll have some time to back up, I think. Maybe not, maybe it spawned it immediately. It did. Okay, let's... I think I can just close it here. Alright, let's do this. Yep, just place it right there. Oh, I have to give it the name of the distro. Oh shit, I moved. Oh well, that should be fine. Dang, dude, I didn't move back far enough. Okay, let's do that again. Let's move back far enough. Boom, there we go, Arch. We've hacked the Gibson. The Arch distro's password is Matrix, I think. I hope it is. I'm in. Sue. Hacker, I think. LS. Home. Maybe it's Matrix user. Sue Matrix. CD. Home. CD. HackMatrix. Launch. Yeah, it couldn't. Let me try to exit root. Okay, I'm in. HackMatrix. Launch. Let's go. We are in nested HM. Nested to the max. Okay, so look how small the world is. This is what it looks like default. This is what the like open source repository looks like right now. The mouse is like impossible to use with it right now too. That's sort of a shame. Okay, anyways, the intent here is to open up a terminal and then to neofetch it. Oh, I can't. I haven't installed neofetch. Well, maybe I should install neofetch. I want to get that shot, I think. So the only problem is, maybe I can find like an alternative that's I don't know, let's see if we can find something that we can build easily. Come on, Arch. Yeah, it's not available in official repositories because it's old. It's a dead project. Okay, so what's the alternative to neofetch? Fast fetch, screen fetch, or Machina. Okay, let's look at Arch fast fetch. See if it has a. Okay, so it just has a non-AUR. So let's do a fast fetch. Fast. Let's go fast. Sudo apt. Sudo pacman s fast fetch. And what am I fast fetching? The fast fetch. Now I'm fast fetching the info about my system. Yo, based. Yeah, look at that. I guess we can do one more, right? So let's compose one more. So it's like that. I suppose this is fine. You can just use this amount. Let me put this into full screen. And then do that.
Okay.
Maybe decrease the volume. I think it's a little loud.
It's almost, it's a little too far.
Maybe for the...
So like negative 45, negative 46, negative 46. Okay. Negative 42. Negative 44.
Okay.
I need a way to lock these positions in when I change the relative size of the temple itself. Okay, I think we're attached. Good.
Wait.
I'm making a game at the same time that I'm making an engine. It's not the smartest thing in the world.
Oh, I can't detach from this. That's unfortunate. Okay.
At the same time that I'm making a Linux desktop. Let's not forget that part.
Linux desktop. Linux.
Okay, we are in the cave. We're overlooking some water. We don't have enough water to overlook. Before it got deleted, we did have some of the demon cows.
The demon cows.
And the house and the stable. The orange is Kingsland, and the green is the forest area with the cave in it. So we're in the cave. That's what this is. Okay, so I just made a lot of changes to all of this. What I want to do is I'm going to try to stop the stream and save everything. I think it will save everything if I kill the stream and then restart HackMatrix without crashing. So let's try that. So I'll be right back, maybe. Okay, and we are back, and I believe all the changes have been saved, so I think we're good. I can even see the purple, 3 pixels of the purple of the hacker god up in the sky, so I think we're good to go there. Okay, so I said some art. I suppose we can call this art. I said some code. I'm not sure what to do for code. I like the default speed. I think I want to stick to default speed when moving around the game at the moment. Some code. What code shall we use or do or read? I'm not really up for coding at the moment, especially given how early it is. Especially given that I haven't even made my coffee this morning yet. Whoops. So long? What is that? Why is it called so long? Oh, okay, so long 3.8. Let's get rid of that version of Python. Okay. Pour the milk in the coffee. And we're good to go here. Okay, so something that I want to do is I want to run all of the various I want to clone and run all the various repositories that I've created to have this be sort of like a I don't know, maybe not in the temple space, but have it be a sort of like like a living portfolio or something, or a living, I don't know, place for my projects. actually very curious what this is. This is a separate repository. Oh, from a hack RPG earned $4,000. It's literally just a goal. We're not cloning that one. Might say do that one at some point. I created this in 2023. I literally named it Matrix, and it was just this, but I had it in mind what we are making now 3 years ago. So that's cool. 3 years ago? That's...
Sorry about that.
Okay, that's lame. That's actually when I started this project, I think.
It is.
I've had this in mind longer than when I started this project. July 14th, 2023 is when I started this project.
You want to say, that's when I started this project.
Something like that.
That's when I started this project. Something like that.
This is long before I had anything, though. That's hilarious. So this was like just the first repository I made, and then I renamed it and just discarded it and left it here. Yo, that's sick. I might use this. What if that's the name? That's the name of my my RPG. Matrix. I'm really not a fan of 8s. I am a fan of 8, just in various contexts. So I'm not sure if having an 8 in the title of my game is something that I would actually be comfortable with. If it were a 6, if it were anything but an 8 or a 5, I do not want a 5 in the title of my game or the title of my work. Okay, let's see if there's anything else we can clone. What is this AI stuff? Best first search. When did I... okay, so this is around the same time. That would be a fun project to pick back up. Excuse me. This probably does literally nothing. Under OBS clone. That's not an OBS clone. That's funny. Logos.py. I'm scared I'm gonna click on something and it's going to like reveal a key. That's my game. Guys, do you guys want to play my game? Alright, we're gonna clone my game. Oh, it's actually interesting that I named my game Logos. Logos.py. Because as you saw, the name for the distro at the moment, where the thing where everything, where HackMatrix actually lives, is called Kuber Logos, which is cyber, basically. That means, Kuber means cyber in Greek, basically, same thing. So the fact that Logos is my game, and when did I make this? Like 4 years ago? 3 years ago. Okay, same with the 3 years ago. Jeez. I want older code.
Alright, while my old self clones that, I'm going to make some coffee. So I'll be back, and then I kind of want to move these people down.
Sensor. My third party.
They're sort of floating in midair,
E3 N3.
so maybe we'll take care of that.
That's gonna get confusing. The clone.
Let's make
Let's play my
some.
game, guys.
Uh-oh. Phil. Sorry about that. There we go.
Based. I think we can improve it.
It's the hacker dude's face is let's see if we can back up a bit. There we go. The only slight hiccup is at the backing terminal of the arch QCOW, the Chemu image up there in the far left corner. You can see it. Logos V1, pick a number. Input, you win. I delete this. My past self was like, nah, I don't want that. It's too complicated to explain the joke. Joke needs a solid one-liner. You can't have a 3-line punchline. The punchline being that the game you always win.
My game has been improved. Okay, so that's obviously a joke repository, or I don't know why I created it. I like that it exists, though, but I cloned it. AI. Okay.
Okay.
We've already been through that project.
I want to add some green to my art. So I'm going to add some green to my art. My mural. So
This is just a folder called Cybernetics, completely empty folder. Nice one.
I try to base the color scheme off of a few things.
Why is this private?
Metaphysical chakras,
Make that private.
for one. But for two, the
How did I do that? Why did I do that?
default color scheme of Linux, basically. So I just look at the apps that are
I
running.
think I'm insane if I took that private. What the fuck?
I took it private
I took it private
in
in February
February
for some reason. I was
because
probably trying to make money off of it.
exactly
This is on my resume. I sold this to Jordan B. Peterson.
I did.
Anyways. Or Borgs.
But I kept it open source
This contains like no software.
until I had made it private just a few years ago.
A triangle.
Anyways,
Borgs is me trying to get into OpenGL.
the H top here is very green, and so I'm going to replicate some green under the HackMatrix over there.
It's probably like my fourth attempt.
Or maybe to the... Ooh, look at this. See if I can show this.
I've tried a few
So
times.
you can see my mouse.
Whoa. This probably got nowhere.
So up and to the right of the text of HackMatrix, which I consider to be the title of the machine, or let's say the neofetch of the machine, if you're just follow me here. So it's to the upper right diagonal. So the title or the neofetch of this active machine here, not art, but this machine is here, and then up into the upper right hand corner there is some green. So I think I'll paint up here, and then maybe just like a line like down here, and maybe add some blue paint as well.
Because it does look like we're just
That'll be fun.
technically reading the config, so that's good. JavaScript version of HackMatrix in 2022. I didn't even know about it until like a year after I built HackMatrix. A 3D voxel-based social network that combines elements of Minecraft, RuneScape, CAD packages, and of course Twitter. Okay, so this was actually maybe a little more 2D. This is 3D. Actually, it was supposed to just be like this. I was literally trying to create this. I guess in JavaScript. Although, obviously I didn't get very far. So I was using Babylon.js. And I was, let's see. As far as I'm aware, okay, this just looks like boilerplate. Anyways, I had the idea for HackMatrix at least 4 years ago, I think. Although that one obviously went nowhere. I did some common Lisp graphics. I like this project. I'm going to clone this one. We're going to run this one. I think this one fits. So this is a Greek. Maybe he wasn't a god in his time, but let's deify him now. So let's manifest forth Leonidas. We can do it on this terminal. And I think that's actually the code that we can look at for today. So let's do that. Plus it's Lisp. Maybe some of you guys don't even know how to start a Lisp project.
Ooh, sick burn, bruh.
So we can do that. I'll take a look at chat real quick.
Me burning myself.
And then, not sure where I will go from there. Go live.
Grlurv.
Hello, what is this stream about? Linux and art, basically.
Yep.
And
That's
RPGs. Okay. Whoops. Okay, let's manifest the Laconian soul. Get clone. Oh, why can't I paste? Did I not get the URL? Wait, did I? It's probably because I deleted the Chromium, or got rid of the Chromium. Leonidas. There it is. Manifest the Laconian soul. Okay, let's keep that in the clipboard. Need to slow down. There we go.
Same thing.
Oh, we already have Leonidas. Oh, I'm in Logos. Move Leonidas out to my third party.
Okay, so if you can see the REPL, or not the REPL, but the,
The project.
oh, it kind of disappeared.
Simple project. It has an ASCII logo, so maybe we should run it first. Although it's
If you look at the neofetch at the center, you can see a green and a blue.
it's just lambda.
So that's what I'm doing right here under HackMatrix.
Okay, so let's run this. So to run a Lisp project, you install Slime, and then it depends on the project actually, how to start it. This one just has a Leonidas.lisp file. So the way to run that, you go to the REPL, and then you just load Leonidas.lisp, and then it'll have functions. It should have a main, Leonidas. So I think we want
You know what I want to do?
package
I want to draw a line for this blue.
and Leonidas, I think it's the primary.
If I try to paint it without drawing a line, it's going to start to sag like it already has.
So let's
So I need to kind of shirt it up.
decrease this.
I think I want it to go like
that. It's not about being perfectly.
Sparta.
It's not about being perfectly straight, but it's got to be like partially straight.
I was going to have let's say the right way to say this, a highly downsampled version of a Greek leader that has been deified into a god, training me in code and working out. And at the time I had just got a dog, and so I was like, gosh, I hate taking the dog out. So I made it into a game. And I actually didn't hate taking the dog out, but it was just like a lot of work. So I made it a game out of taking my dog outside.
Just to be clear, that demonization and deification, I'm talking about in code.
Go outside and like run this.
I didn't
program,
try
go
to
wild, like,
actually deify Leonidas. This is an RPG code simulator thing that I made
So it's
to roleplay,
simple. It's just like
which is what HackMatrix is.
you have
just to
a
be
list
clear.
of choices. Do a PR GitHub issue. Okay, we're going to do that. Let's do that, guys.
Let's do that.
Leonidas.
All right, so I'm gonna. Ooh, wow.
Code. That's
I'm going to
what we're
dual
doing
wield.
here anyway. So we're going to PR GitHub.
I'm going to dual wield some green and some blue. The green already kind of exists here. I'm not even sure if you can see the details on that end.
Probably can't, but that's fine.
I mean, it's not a Greek
Sound
god.
good in
It's
the
only
hood?
that he's deified.
Actually, let's see what we can do. Maybe we can do
Go
something.
range across the land with Zeus, which is my dog. Let's see.
Oh, that's not cool.
Anti-Leonidas.
I don't want to swap these though. No, that's a lot of paint. So I think I'll.
Or the foil. Leonidas. Foil of Leonidas. Go smoke a bowl. We have to keep him laconic. Can't do that. Can't do that to poor Leonidas. Here we go. Leonidas has taken some inspiration from the Athenians. He no longer wants to enslave the Helots, and he wishes to open his civilization to democracy and art, and therefore art.
I, for one, support Leonidas' decision for art.
Go paint. Boom. There we go, guys. There we go. Who said that PR in a GitHub issue? It says PR. Who says that doing a PR is actually super difficult? Check out
Rushes cry. Dogs
Sparta
run.
had a
the
change of
grasslands.
heart, and
And
our
streamers
artists.
sing about the sky.
The Helots are free. They push. Okay. And because it said PR, am I logged in? I'm logged in. I can see the pull request here, so let's go. This is the strangest PR I've ever made, I think.
I don't think I was lying.
It has to check that it can merge it. Perfect. Okay, so that will just stare in your face every time you come into the temple. Except it won't, because bootables are turned off at the moment. It used to be that you could have an app spawn every time you booted into HackMatrix. I turned that feature off for the Wayland port. That blasted Wayland port. It's mostly deactivated because I don't have a great way to edit the database file that manages the bootables. It's just kind of a pain. Okay, so I think that satisfies the conditions of the stream. Oh wow, dropped like down to 2 and then up to 11. That's crazy. That's gotta be a bug. Okay folks, we did some art and some code. I think that satisfies the conditions of the stream. We are in overtime now. LIM Forge says hello or hi. Hello.
That's for this stream, that's for that stream, not this stream.
Being able to move this fast sort of breaks the dimensions of the game here. Still haven't figured out. Maybe I want zones where like some zones like lock you into a certain speed. Some zones are like more creative where you can change your speed. It's just with 3D it's difficult to maintain a sense of scale if you can't control. Depending on whether or not you have NPCs around, you basically have to control speed and the size of known objects. And like in a cave, you don't really know objects. I think the NPCs are a bit too big. They're like the size of trees almost. Not actually, but... Alright, increasing speed to go, faster to chat. Okay. So with that, I think I am finished for the morning stream. I'll be back later. Adios.
Okay, so that's going to finish up. I think I might not leave any of this music on unless it's copyright free. Especially, yeah, I think I want to turn that off. But I don't know if I can do like a live stream of like an NYC like commuter walk or something. Maybe some lobies. I can just see what the algo serves up. Yeah, let's watch this. I'm going to mute it though. I wish there was a way to say this isn't me. This is not me. I don't want to like have anybody on stream think that any of the video in this is me, which is kind of, I'm not sure if I can actually watch this on stream. I don't want people to go, oh, dude's riding his bike in Amsterdam or something, and he rides the sickest bike ever. And I would hate for people to think that I had a cooler bike than I have, and come find out that I just drive a standard Brooklyn fixed-geared bicycle. Would be a shame. Let's see. Maybe no video. I do want to continue doing art. Maybe I will. Let's see what to do. Maybe I can just terminate stream here. But I do want to. I still have some paint that I want to finish, and you can see right here Okay, I'll just leave that right there. I'll leave that open right there. Painting right now. Painting RN. Which I think is actually readable. Especially if I get closer. And we probably want to, there we go. So I want that shot right there. I think that is moderately decent. You can also see chat over there too. It's kind of funny. I want to make sure that H-top is like kind of in frame, like enough in frame, which is pretty difficult because I also want to make sure that the green and blue are in frame down there. You see like green, blue, purple, and yellow. And that green and blue are going to sort of expand into what the yellow looks like. I'll do that on stream too. I don't like the lack of borders here. There we go. That's better. We'll just keep it like this. Okay. I think my green and blue paints are starting to solidify, but they're good enough for now. I'm sort of dual wielding, sort of breaking my technique a bit, or making me think less of it. That's totally fine. This isn't like super precise painting right now anyways. I'm just laying a foundation. We gotta get the thing covered in paint before we even can call it a painting, right? Just kidding. I know that white space can be considered paint. You can put a dab of paint and I suppose call yourself a painter. But if you just paint in your mind, are you a painter? You just think about painting all day? Does that make you want a painter? Ironically, while it doesn't make one a painter, it kind of makes one a engineer in a way. I think it's possible to somewhat program not complex things in one's mind. Ugh, gross. We have some paint mix up. That's fine. We just have to let it dry. And I can not be a purist and cover it up. Excellent. Okay, I think we are to the final part of the painting, which is where we zoom down and take care of the paints here. Let's sort of put them in center focus, and let's paint something here that sort of resembles the green, the yellow over there. So I'm not trying to do anything too, let's see, detailed. In fact, if I could get just a pretty standard thin coat of paint spread out on the laptop. This color seems to, it may just be the thickness, it may just, the paint is sort of, dried up. It's getting difficult to spread out. I can't spread it out as well as I did with the yellow. That's fine. Not a problem. Okay, so this paint is going to meet up with the blue. And let's give the blue a chance to sort of breathe here. So let's, we'll have to be interesting with our technique here. And am I drawing anything at all? Do I have any design intent here? Probably not. I don't see anything in mind for this. But I do like experimenting with just vague color separation. So with that in mind, I'm going to draw some blobs, and then over time, as I continue to paint and look at this, I will draw something But for now, this is going to be just abstract. No real design. Just paint on a laptop. And apparently we're mixing blue and green here. In the center of green. Okay, so this is actually going to be just like a pretty big mix of blue-green right here. And so I think that's actually, this could be a yin-yang. So this is actually some paint that I might want to put on the wall to blue-green. We do have some sort of blue-green mix here. So I'll shoot back up the wall real quick. And put the, I think like right here is probably a good place for some darker blue-green. It's a pretty thick color, so I'll be able to paint a moderate amount of that. At least down to the edge of the street. I'll use my right hand as well. Get practice with both here. I've lived as a left-handed person for far too long. And so this is like sort of wiggly here, so this like sort of generally follows pattern. And we'll go back down to the laptop. Okay, cool. So it's sort of gotten clumpy. So I'm not going to be able to spread it like very thin on the laptop, but I can still sort of spread it out a bit, maybe get rid of some of the clumps with some patterned brush strokes. Okay, I think I'm pretty much out of paint now. There we go. I don't know what it is. I think it's maybe some island system or some type of, I don't know. Don't know. Kind of looks like a guitar in a way. Who knows? Who cares? Okay. Well, I've had some fun on my stream. There may be some coding at some point. I still plan on releasing a distro by the 15th. It's the 12th, so it's like in 3 days. So I'll continue hyping it with photos and paint and streams, and I don't know, I actually have to do some of the work to actually get the distro out. It's not much though, I mean it's just Linux, so. Alright, let's take a look at chat, see if there's any chat. And yes, oh yeah, non-copyright sounds. It's good. All right, so that's the stream for today. Adios, goodbye, see you later.